I started dancing. They call me the dancing preacher. I am a dancer by trade. Not you got to classify in Atlanta when you say dancer. But I was a hip hop dancer. I started dancing for artists years ago, but I've been dancing for quite a long time as a professional dancer. I went into a church and I saw somebody dancing, and she was dancing to a Kirk Franklin song called Silver and Gold. So I began to cry and weep, and I ran up to the altar like, oh my God, why are you dancing? You are a heathen, you're in church, and so you can do this, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I began to do liturgical worship. Immediately after studying it, I started traveling the world, teaching dance ministries in Puerto Rico, Barbados, Bahamas, Jamaica. I had a dance conference in Atlanta, and people came from the Philippines, people came from Africa. I grew a ministry from 7 to 1,300. Now we're at 3,000 people. The first thing is having, and you probably already know this, but something that I call a GPS. Now, how many of you have a GPS in your car? If you don't, you probably have one on your cell phone, right? It got me here today, a GPS. A lot of times, especially for men, no pun intended, but you put on the GPS, but you kind of like to deviate and go your own way, because men don't really like to follow the instructions. You know, when you give them a bike, they like to build it their own way. They'll look at the paper, don't tell on yourself, but just look at the other person if you're sitting next to a man. But they'll look at the paper and just kind of put it together their own way. So some of us do that as well. Women, we do that as well with our GPS. You know, once we see where it's at, we're like, oh, I know how to get there, and I start, you start deviating a different way. Well, there is a GPS that God has designed for your life. And oftentimes, people go to different people. You go to hear different things to find out what your GPS is or what your location is. But I want to admonish you to go back to the manufacturer for your location. Why am I saying that? I have a Mercedes-Benz. And listen, y'all, anybody that has a Benz, right? You know when you take it to the shop, every time you take it, it's gonna be over $500. So raise your hand if you have a BMW or Mercedes-Benz. Every time, I'm like, okay, it's the oil change, $500. It just does not matter. It's gonna be $500. But you can take it to the local mechanic, and that's around the corner, and it may be much cheaper. But does the local mechanic have all of the details that you need for the manufacturer that made your car? And that's what some of us do with our lives. We take our lives to other people. We take our lives to other things. We take our lives in other directions. We take our lives, some people say, oh, I had kids, so now I can't finish school. Oh, I did this, so now I can't do that. The thing that you wanted to do when you were 12 years old, are you doing that today? What is that thing that you said that you could do, that you do like nobody else could do? When you do better than anybody else can do. How you do, when you do, why you do, what you do, because you love what you do. What is that thing that you do that nobody else can do? What is your GPS? Your GPS is considered goals, position, and strategy. Okay? Goals, position, and your strategy. What is vision? Helen Keller says, I would rather be born blind than to be born without vision. Levette Williams said, your vision is the best of your past and your present in God's preferred future. Your vision is what you're born to do. Your mission is what you exist to do.
That's good.
I'm going to say it again. Your vision is what you're born to do, and your mission is what you exist to do. So this is why you were born, and this is how you're going to accomplish that reason that you were born. What is a SMART strategy or a SMART goal? This is a term that we utilize in business. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, and they like to say it's realistic. I like to just say it's reachable, because I walk by faith and not by sight. So anything that's realistic to you is not realistic to God. Come on, somebody. And make sure it's time sensitive. Make sure you apply a time of this is when I'm going to do it. Okay, thank you for your time today. I want to have another opportunity to come before you so I can really see how you wrote down your stuff and what it came out to be like. But I'm just so appreciative for your time, and hopefully if you learned nothing else, make sure that you are what? SMART. What is SMART? Specific, measurable, attainable, nope, no realistic, reachable, and time sensitive. God bless you.
I was just impressed that
I was at a business meeting. I mean, she came from a strong spiritual level that almost makes you forget that she was in a business meeting.
She is a powerful woman who believes and stands up for what she believes in.
Pastor Sabrina has taught me so much. I'm so grateful to have her in my life. One of the main things that she's taught me is to actually go out and do it.
She is a doer.
One thing I've learned from Sabrina is never to give up. Always keep the faith, no matter how bad the situation looks. Always know there's a bright side.
I love the fact that she stands for her cause, and that is supporting women with domestic violence. She's simply a queen. Queens supporting queens.
Hello. I am Miss Erica Dixon, formerly of Loving Hip Hop Atlanta, CEO of Classics Hair, and author of Introducing Southern Belle. And I have to say, Pastor Sabrina Mckenzie was amazing. Phenomenal speaker, just so motivational, inspiring, and I want to be just like her when I grow up. What I learned from Pastor Sabrina Mckenzie today was the acronym of SMART. You want your goals to be specific, measurable, attainable, reachable, and time sensitive. Pastor Sabrina Mckenzie is relatable because number one, she is a single mother doing her thing. I too am a single mother, and I look up to all mothers that are holding it down and doing it for their children, leaving legacies for their kids.
Pastor Sabrina was awesome tonight. I love how she started off with prayer. That is a powerful woman. After tonight, she just motivated me to do so many things. And I'm going to apply that to my life. And I'm just so excited. And I second that.